Since World War II, we've been using frozen blood to treat trauma patients from local hospitals to the battlefield. Now the battlefield has yielded a new way to treat patients who need blood. And again, a team of trauma surgeons who are also U.S. military surgeons have brought these developments to UC Medical Center to save our lives.
We actually are retreating back to the past. The best thing in the world is warm whole blood for these soldiers.
Military surgeons have been using whole blood recently, not frozen separated blood, and the results have been amazing.
The first time I saw it on the battlefield, I thought I'd seen a miracle drug. I actually stopped what I was doing and talked to anesthesia and said, "What did you do?"
Dr. JOHANNIGMAN, a Reserve Army major and trauma surgeon, has brought the technique and the research here to University Hospital.
Researchers, and including those in our department, started to answer the scientific question of what we knew pragmatically worked, what we knew back in World War I worked.
There are 27 full-time military personnel stationed here, including combat trauma surgeons. They train other military members at UC and serve as additional UC medical staff.
If you look back in history, the traditional way of doing it was take whole blood out, put whole blood in, and it wasn't separated. But throughout the 50s through 90s, we've really achieved separation, mostly because other patients who are not trauma patients need a component of blood, but not necessarily all of the components of blood.
A bleeding that's the result of their blood just not clotting normally, that tends to get significantly better quickly. And that's supported by the data from both Iraq and Afghanistan that there is actually better outcomes when you use fresh whole blood compared to our component separated blood.
Hawksworth is on board and will stock whole blood, which can be held for 21 days. Donors will be the key, as always.
We will continue to ask donors to provide blood, and as we receive it, we'll be able to identify units that would qualify for this whole blood program.
A privilege second to none is being in my own hometown taking care of Cincinnatians. That only privilege is only matched by being able to take care of young soldiers. But being able to do both and make those lessons translated is what's huge.
Only 3 hospitals in the nation have begun using this technique, including University. Battlefield-tested life-saving techniques are now available to save your life.